Hey y'all, hey cousins. How's your mind? How's your body? How's your heart? I hope that you're doing well. Welcome and or welcome back to my channel and welcome to my August TBR video. If you don't know, I love TBR videos. They're literally my favorite videos ever in the everdom of evers. Like, I love TBR videos. I do want to preface this TBR by saying that this is unrealistic. Like, all these books are not going to be read. Like, they're just not. Like, it's completely and totally impossible. And the reason why that is I'm just throwing everything that'll stick at this point in time. Like, there's definitely like, these books have to be read, and then the other books are like, if I get to them, great. If not, you know, it is what it is. And that's kind of where things are. At the end of August, the 25th to be exact, my next 3 college classes start. So I am definitely not going to be reading as much as I'm trying to read now. Like, I'm trying to just throw as much as I can, see what sticks, digest as much as I can. When my classes start, like, I'm just not going to be reading as much. It's just not going to be possible with working full time and then trying to read consecration, wife, blah, 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 school and everything. It's impossible. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started. I guess where we should start is the clips of me pulling the books out of my TBR fish jar thingamajiggy that I still need to update. But let's go to that. So I'll go ahead and forward you to Past Princess, and then I'll see you back here after that. Hey y'all, hey. So I'm pretty sure this princess looks different than the princess that's recording this video right now, and that's because I am trying to figure out my August TBR at this very moment in time. So this is pre-filming the TBR, but in order for me to fill out this TBR, I need to pull these books, and I didn't want to pull the books without filming that I pulled the books, like, you know, because I think that takes the fun out of it, you know. So let's pull the 2 books out of the fish jar. We're just doing 2, right? I know that this TBR is unrealistic because just me planning it out before filming it, I know that this is unrealistic, and delusional. But I wanted to pull these 2 out right here with y'all, and then I'm pretty sure current princess will explain everything. For those of y'all who don't know, this is the fish jar that has all of my books that are on my shelves. I say that, but I haven't updated this since, let's see, June. So what was before June? May? But June is not in here, which is last month, and July isn't in here yet because it's the 26th. But outside of that, which is obviously plenty of books, so we'll be okay. This has series in here. It has everything. Everything's in here. So let's go ahead and pull 2. What is this? Oh, also I could be missing some as well because my new kitten, Navi, has been eating these or trying to eat them. So, you know, that is so funny. The Half King. That is so funny. I started reading this earlier this month because I was going through a reading slump. That is hilarious. Y'all literally saw me pull this out of here. I don't have any breaks, or I will try not to have any breaks in editing so y'all can see that this is legit. That is hilarious. I literally just put this back onto my shelves, and I took the bookmark out of where I was because I was just like, oh, okay, I'm not going to finish it in the month of July, which is fine. Not that big of a deal. I picked it up because I was going through like a reading slump type of thing. And so then my husband picked it for me. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll read it. And then I started reading it and it got me out of the slump, but I didn't finish it. So now I have to finish it. That's crazy. Second pick, this one. These are so tiny. The Girl of Fire and Thorn. That's really funny as well because this is a really, really old book. Hold on, let me grab it. The Girl of Fire and Thorn by Carson. This is such an old book. Like, I think I have books 1 and 2 if I'm not mistaken, but I want to say this came out like early, or like, you know, 2000 and like maybe 15, 16 or something, and then they republished it in the new thing. 11 2011. That is insane. It says, once a century, one person is chosen for greatness. Elsa has always felt powerless, useless. Now on her 16th birthday, she will become the secret wife of a handsome and worldly king, a king who needs her to be the chosen one, not a failure of a princess. And he's not the only one who seeks her. Fierce enemies, seething with dark magic, are hunting her. A daring, determined revolutionary thinks she could save his people. Elsa could be everything to those who need her most if the prophecy is fulfilled, if she finds the power deep within herself, if she doesn't die young. Most of the chosen do. So, all right. Interesting picks, nevertheless. Oh, and the Half King is a romantasy, by the way. But anyways, okay. So that is it. I will hand this back to present princess, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. The two books that I pulled out of that fish jar and got off my shelves were The Half King, which is really funny because I literally started reading this in the month of July just because I was going through a reading slump. And then I read probably maybe about 50 pages to 100 pages of this and was enjoying it. It's a romantasy book. And I was really enjoying this, but then I got distracted by something else so that I stopped reading it. From what I can tell, as far as where I got to, this follows a girl who has to go to a kingdom to kind of be not like a priest necessarily, but kind of be like a help to this king. These kingdoms got into like this fight with this god, and because of that, the god actually won, and the god placed curses on these kingdoms' kids, or these descendants of these kingdoms. So every firstborn has a curse of each kingdom, and then every secondborn doesn't necessarily have a curse, but has like a destiny, I guess is the best way to put that. And the kingdom that the main character is going to, the curse is that every night the king disappears into like smoke or shadow, and then he reappears in the daytime and has no idea what happens while he's shadow or smoke or whatever. And now that it's getting closer and closer to time to where he would just disappear entirely. So she is there. I don't know if she's trying to figure out a way to stop it necessarily, but I think that's where it was going. And then I also pulled The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Carson. This is a super, super old book. And I don't know really anything about it really. I think I read what it's about in the clip, so I won't be doing that again. But yeah, these are the two books that I pulled out of my fish jar, and these are 2 of 4 that have to be read. Let's go into the other 2 books that I have to read because I'm either doing like a book club or like just doing some buddy reads or whatever it gets me. Paco, 1000 and myself decided to read the Serpent and Dove trilogy, so we did that over the last 3 months or so. In July you're supposed to read the Scarlet Veil, and then in July you're supposed to read the Scarlet Veil. I'm almost done. It's the 29th when I'm filming this. I'm literally almost done. And then in August we are supposed to read The Shadow Bride, which is the second and last book in this duology by Shelby Mahurin. The Scarlet Veil in this follows a character from the Serpent and Dove series, which is why you need to read that first, because a lot of the characters and a lot of what happened in the Serpent and Dove trilogy is in here, or they talk about it, or what are things are like a consequence of what happened there. So I am looking forward to reading this duology. I'm not saying that I'm having like the funnest time with the Scarlet Veil because the character that it follows I don't necessarily like, but nevertheless though I am excited to have another series down, so that's really all that matters. On that same note, myself, 1000, Paco, Lynn, Jen, and Jen's friend Jazzy are all in this book club that's like in Paco's Discord, and this month is a book that I picked. That book is Inanna, I think that's how you pronounce that. And this is some type of like historical mythology type of book, and it follows like the Mesopotamia era, I think, something like that case. I'm not exactly sure. I heard of this book on a different booktuber's channel, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun, because you know I love me a mythology historical fiction. So I was like, yes, I'm going to read it. So I chose this book just off of a whim. I would normally choose like a fantasy book, and while I think there may be fantastical elements, I'm not exactly sure. Nevertheless, this is a book that we will be reading in August together. Here are the 4 have to read books. If anything, I will probably start the month with one of these just to get it off of like my TBR of books that I have to read. The next set of books that we're going to talk about are catch-up books, like books that were in previous TBRs that I didn't get to that I really still want to get to, as well as there's a couple that I'm reading because some co-workers of mine are all reading some books together, so let's talk about those. As far as catch-up goes, I still need to read Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This is a reread for me. I've read this years and years and years ago, and I really enjoyed it. I never finished the series, never continued on with the series, especially after this bitch got canceled, but nevertheless, oh, and I say bitch not meaning like a female pronoun and stuff, because this author is non-binary, by the way. I say bitch because they are a bitch, so there's that. But I'm looking forward to rereading it because at the end of the day, like, I really enjoyed this book, so I'm looking forward to rereading it. A book that I was supposed to read months ago, I want to say probably about 3 months ago at this point, was A Teller of Small Fortunes. I got this from the library, so I do have it physically, And this was the book club from the Discord's pick for the month of, I want to say it was either May, maybe, or June. One of those 2 months. So this is like a cozy fantasy type of thing. It does have like some underlying stuff going on, but I'm looking forward to finally reading this and then giving it back to the library. I think it's due on the 11th, so I definitely need to read this quickly. The next 3 books I'm going to talk about are romance books that a co-worker of mine is obsessed with, and she told me, Princess, you definitely need to read these. So I have, from the library, I have Icebreaker, Wildfire, and I will have the 3rd one. I was supposed to pick it up today, but I just didn't have time to leave the house. I'll put it up right here. So all I know about these is that they're romance, and they're really popular on Book Talk, but my coworker loves them, so I will be reading these, and I feel like it'll be good to have like little romances in between fantasy books, so this will definitely work. Speaking of my coworkers, I will be rereading Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas's book 4, I think 4, I want to say probably 4 in the Throne of Glass series. I am rereading this because I told them recently that I never finished the Thorn of Glass series, and they were completely shocked, and they asked me where I stopped at. I told them I stopped at the tandem read, which is with Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn. Like, I was tandem reading it, and I fucking hated that experience. So they were like, okay, let's reread Queen of Shadows, and then we will continue on with the series. So I would say there's like 4 of us doing this, so I'm really excited to be doing that with them, especially because, like, you know, my 2 worlds are like mixing with work and booktube, or books in general. So I will be rereading this. I would like to have this reread and finished like with the first 2 weeks of August, hopefully, because I need to continue on. So I want to say they want me to have this finished by this weekend. I think it's this weekend. I'm not exactly sure. It is a reread, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Another book from the Discord book club that I'm in that I did not get to. This one's more recent than the other one, and that is A Forgery of Fate. I got this from the library. This is by Elizabeth Lim. I did start this, and I don't know. I want to say maybe I got like 100 pages into this as well. Not exactly sure, but I will be finally finishing this. Another book that I was supposed to read last month, in the month of July, that I did not get to is Elantras by Brandon Sanderson. So I will be reading this as well, or trying to get to it at least in the month of August. Again, I'm trying to just like catch up to some things that I put onto TBRs that I just never got to. So this is the catch up section of it, and because of that, I definitely need to get to Elantras. I think that's it for the catch up section. Now we're gonna go into the arcs. You're gonna be like, Princess, I know. It's okay. Like I said, this is unrealistic. All these things are not gonna happen, but I am looking forward to having like a fun month of reading, because I'll just be like hopping around different things, because as soon as like the last week of August comes, like I don't know what I'm gonna be doing besides school and just trying to exist. You know, we're gonna go in order by release date. This book comes out on the 5th of August, and that is the L.O.V.E Club by Lio Min. I got this arc from Y'all West, and I really wanted to get to it because it talks about a video game that a group of friends created. So I'm a gamer, obviously. I'm pretty sure y'all know that already, but I love books that are in games, or like has games, or whatever the case would be. Like Ready Player One, love that. Warcross, love that. So I'm looking forward to reading this, or trying to get as much read as I can. I will definitely try to get to this before the month is over, so then I can tell y'all whether or not it's worth it. From what I can tell, one of the 4 members that created this game disappears, and then like the rest of the friends kind of like drift apart, but now they're coming back together for some odd reason. I don't know why. That's all I got so far from reading the synopsis. The next arc I'm gonna talk about comes out on the 19th of August, and that is Hemlock and Silver. This is by T. Kingfisher. I love T. Kingfisher so much. I have the e-arc of this from NetGalley, as well as an audiobook from NetGalley. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I say that I'm gonna like read one of the ones that I definitely need to read in the beginning of August. That's not exactly true. I'm probably gonna read this first. So Hemlock and Silver is T. Kingfisher's retelling of Snow White, if I'm not mistaken, something of the case. And T. Kingfisher just writes some really creepy, like retellings. The writing is very like atmospheric, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to the fact that I have an e-arc as well as an arc of the audiobook. So not only will I be able to tell y'all about the book, I'll be able to tell y'all about the audiobook as well. So I'm looking forward to it. This next one comes out on August the 25th, and that is Dreams by the Shadows by Logan Karlie. So I actually got this arc from a bookstore out of town. I don't remember where at this moment in time. I think it's up north somewhere. But if you buy a book, then you can pick up an arc. So as far as what I recall of picking this book up, I want to say it has dream magic or like some type of shadow curse dream type of situation. Again, not exactly sure. I'm looking forward to reading this because I think it's a romantasy as well. On September the 9th, The Bells comes out, which is a dark academia. I have an e-arc of this as well from NetGalley, and y'all know I love me some dark academia, so I'm looking forward to this. That's literally all I know about it, is that it's dark academia. I was lucky enough to get an e-arc from NetGalley. Like, y'all, I'm so behind on my e-arcs on NetGalley. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I want to say that my percent is like less than 10. I think it's like 8 or something. Nevertheless, I'm looking forward to reading it and getting that percent up because that's honestly ridiculous. On 9/21 we have Thorn season, and this is another, I want to say it's a romantasy, but it's another e-arc that I have. I'm trying to not only get to the August arcs, I would like to get to the September arcs. If I can't get to the September arcs, that's okay, but I'm trying to get to those as well. And in all actuality, like, I rarely if ever read on my Kindle app or my iPad mini, so I'm trying to get back into doing that as well, because if I'm going to be out of the house most of the time now because of school and such, I might as well get used to reading books on my e-reader. Nevertheless though, as far as what it's about, I have no idea. I will make sure I put them on the screen. You should have been seeing them at this point and stuff, but if you want to look into them yourself, you're welcome to. I got an e-arc from NetGalley of this, which honestly though, I think if I'm not mistaken, this arc is being sent to me physically as well, but I'm not sure. Let me not speak something that's not absolutely true, but I'm looking forward to it either way it goes. And last but not least, this one comes out at the end of September, and this was sent to me by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much to them. And I did a whole unboxing of this PR package on my TikTok, so if you want to check that out, it's up there. But that is You've Found Oliver, which is the next book in the You've Reached Sam world. This is by Dustin Thao, and I know that it's hard-hitting, and I'm pretty sure it probably deals with grief, so I am just super pumped to read this. I'm very thankful to Penguin Teen for sending me this, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I will make sure I put all these books down below for you, because I know I probably lost y'all in the sauce. Y'all probably super lost and lost the plot and all that good stuff, but I just talked about a whole bunch of books, so there's that. Here are all the books I talked about in this video. On the screen, you will see a page count for the have to read books, as well as like a daily page count as far as what I need to read. So yeah, this is a lot of books. But you know, I'm looking forward to a whole bunch of books. Like, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a fun time, hopefully. That is it, my friends. That is my unrealistic August TBR. Let me know, guess down below, how many you think I'm actually gonna get to, because I have no idea, but just take a guess. We'll see. But if you would like to comment down below, but you don't know what you want to comment, you are welcome to put a leaf emoji, like an autumn leaf emoji, because I'm decorating my shelves in the middle of August for autumn, and I'm so excited. I'm so fucking pumped. So you can put that down below. If you comment with an emoji, I'll comment back with the emoji, as well as if you're really excited about any books coming out in the month of August, or if you already have your TBR up and you know what you're reading and all that good stuff, let me know down below. I'm curious. I do love me a good TBR video, so if you also have a TBR video, you're welcome to link that in the comments as well, and I would definitely come check it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here so I can put these books up, because I just put them on a flow, so I'm gonna put them up. I do have this little TBR cart right here under my desk because there's just no place for me to put them, but I will definitely catch y'all later in the next one. Thank you so much for being here and being amazing and for your support. Make sure you drink water. Okay, I'll see you next one. Okay, cool, bye.